proliferating flying threats. The Polaris Defense MRZR will be able to reach teams in remote areas with difficult terrain and provide them a laser weapon for their arsenal. Raytheon's multispectral targeting system is a high-energy laser, HEL, combined with electro-optical and infrared sensors. Delivering 20 to 30 blasts on about the same electricity as your fridge, recent reports suggest the system can already detect an enemy drone at more than 16,400 feet to blast it out of the sky. U.S. forces could soon drive these to forward operating bases to protect teams there, to landing strips to protect arriving aircraft, or position the MRZRs with HEL to protect medevac to make sure wounded are not prevented from reaching care by drones. The threat of commercially available hobby-sized drones to the U.S. military is real and serious, and the threat is only growing. Adversaries can use hobby drones for surveillance, exposing U.S. force size, location and armament. Just as dangerous, they can also be loaded up with explosives and used to attack U.S. forces. These drones could also be used to launch chemical and biological attacks against ground troops. The cost of these hobby drones has become cheaper and cheaper. While they become more inexpensive, they have become more sophisticated at the same time. They are very easy for bad guys to get their hands on. Sound ridiculous that terrorists would buy children's toys and use them to attack our forces? Take the recent Mosul siege for example. ISIS used waves of small drones to attack Iraq's security forces. Laser weapons tend to be power-gobbling beasts and extremely difficult to make smaller, lighter and rugged enough to make practical sense in combat scenarios. This Raytheon laser can deliver about 20 to 30 laser blasts on a single charge from a normal 220V outlet. And this is a charge that is about as much as plugging in a fridge or washing machine. Imagine that. Add a generator and you've got a laser weapon with unlimited blasts, a limitless magazine to protect U.S. forces. The HEL system on board delivers about 4 hours of tracking, intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance capability while also acting as beam director on this single charge. Let's take a closer look at what the MRZRs bring to delivering laser blasts in war zones. There are many reasons why Polaris Defense MRZRs are so valued by U.S. Special Operations, not to mention the civilian model is wildly popular throughout the country. Designed for extreme performance in the toughest terrains, the MRZR is a small ATV. Both variants also reach a max speed of around 60 miles per hour with 88 horsepower engines. To ensure maximum agility, the ATVs are built with a low center of gravity. The MRZR can carry 1,000 pounds, while the MRZR4 can carry an additional 500 pounds. MRZR vehicles are already designed with keyless ignition, which makes it easy to jump in and instantly respond to a hobby drone attack. The vehicles can also be endlessly adapted for different mission configurations and requirements. Important for keeping a low profile and avoiding detection, the vehicle can black out instantaneously. Definitely air transportable. The MRZRs regularly catch flights with CV-22 tiltrotor military aircraft to support teams gaining access to targets and to provide laser protection support. The cost per laser blast is usually estimated at about $1 a shot. Right now, forces are largely limited to their current arsenal. This means the US and its allies are often forced to use weapons far more expensive than $1 a shot. Launching a Patriot missile against a hobby drone can cost a few $1 million, and is worth every penny if it saves an American life. Given the vast numbers of drones in the hands of adversaries and the fact that drone swarm attacks will most likely become a fixture in war zones, the numbers of drones that need to be killed to protect forces is huge. For adversaries, this attack can be as cheap as a $150 drone. For the US, solutions to defend against these attacks must come at as low a price tag as possible. Otherwise, the cost could become astronomical. Right now, it is stop and shoot. When Raytheon cracks the huge